Just simplistically is that fixed costs, FC, are costs that exist when output is 0 and they never change due to output changes. So what I'm saying is fixed costs are costs that are not the cost of producing output, they just exist as a part of your business structure, right? So a fixed cost has to be paid regardless. Variable costs, on the other hand, variable costs are costs that change with output. So these are costs that are going to change with their output levels. So I want to give you some shorthand for looking at how to calculate these costs. So when we think about it, normally in the problem, the costs are given to you. You're told your fixed costs are X, or you're given a table with a bunch of data and you have to deduce what the fixed costs are. The important thing to remember is fixed costs always exist even when the output's 0. So if that's the case, then you just look where output's 0 and plug in the fixed cost, look at the cost there, and that's your fixed cost. Lastly, we've got another term, and it's total costs. This one's not rocket science. Total costs equal fixed costs plus variable costs. So there's a lot of ways you can manipulate these algebraically. I want to go on, cover the rest of the costs that you might see in a problem. So we can have average fixed cost. Otherwise known as AFC, and I'm not going to spell it average anymore. And that's just going to be fixed costs divided by quantity. We have average variable cost. Average variable costs equal, you guessed it, variable cost divided by quantity, or divided by output, right? Y or Q, we can use either. And average total costs what do you guys think it is? Total cost divided by quantity. We can also have marginal cost. Now we tend not to talk about marginal cost in terms of average fixed or variable cost. So we'll just put that down here separately. Marginal cost. And this is very similar to marginal productivity. And this is going to be MC is equal to change in total cost between 2 points divided by change in quantity, or output between 2 points. So the best way to learn these is through an example or two. I'm going to pull a data set. I didn't grab one for today because I want to see how these videos run in this way before I do a bunch of math on the board. I want to go back, download this, make sure you can see everything and whatnot. But what we'll do is I'll pull out an example, and then we can do an example of just a fairly major problem that runs through all of the different types of costs, including productivity. So you also have examples you can work through in worksheets on websites, so I would encourage you to do those as well and to kind of see what those look like. Feel free to email them to me. I'll tell you where you're right or wrong, or I'll send you the answer key. I haven't decided yet which one I'll do, but I do want to see your answers before I give you any feedback. So go ahead, do those worksheets. They're not that difficult. The first one's difficult. There's a little trick, but if you follow directions, it's easy. So anyway, that's how we'll end for today, and I'll post this up, and then if it looks good, then we'll go back and I'll start doing this on a weekly basis, once or twice a week. Talk to you guys later. Hope you have fun.